Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. So it's all about in here, so it's all about the performance side of things. So the car, I think standard is around 172 brake horsepower. The car now is around 15 years old, so it's 2007. So it'd be interesting to know for me what power this car's still got in there. And obviously, because I want to do lots of performance mods, I think it's good to get the car on a rolling road, actually see what power it still has, and it gives me a starting figure. For me, I'm not chasing numbers, but it would be good to see where we're starting and where we finish. So I'm going to use Wayside Performance, so they fitted me in at short notice, so I can go in there, get it on the rolling road and get a figure. Gives me a good comparison then once we fit on all the bolt-on mods that are coming, and we can see that before and after effect. Now, I know with these engines, they do suffer a bit with them being direct injection. So it may be coked up, so we could lose a few horsepower for every year that this has been on the road. So let's see. So one issue I have got is it's literally the day that I'm due to go to the rolling road now, and the rear brakes actually failed last night. So on the passenger side, so over here, it's making a real loud grinding noise. So I'm a bit of a time crunch because I've got a couple of hours to go before I've got to be at the rolling road. So I'm going to go and get changed now, get into my dirty clothes and get working on the car, and hopefully get those pads changed so we can get over to Wayside Performance. So I'll just go get changed and I'll catch up later. So you catch me now just a few hours before I've got to take the car off to the rolling road, and the rear brake pads, or there's some sort of squealing going on at the rear when I brake. So I'm assuming it could only be the pads, but when I look in, one side has got plenty of meat, so the driver's side, this side has got none. So I'm assuming someone at some point in the ownership has changed just the pads on one side, and then unless this one maybe is locked on and worn through a bit quicker than the other, but there seems to be like brand new pads on the other side compared to these have only got a couple of mil. So I'm going to try and do the fastest brake pad change I can without a brake reversal tool. So I'm a little bit mucky, as you can see from the face, because this is a dirty job doing brake calipers and brake pads, but as you can see, I'm all done back together. So it looked like there was some seized guides on it, so I had to clear those out, get all the rust off them, grease them all back up. Now it's all back and working, so I'm going to go and clean up and head off to the rolling road. Oh yeah, so we're just at Wayside Performance. So the guys are just getting the rolling road set up and ready to go. So we're going to get it on the dyno and just see actually what power we've got in stock form. So the only thing on here is a JCW sort of cat back with a D-race, but that's it. Other than that, everything else engine-wise is completely stock, no intake, no nothing. So I just want to see what it is. I think it's good practice, get a starting figure in terms of the baseline, see how many horsepower it might have lost. So these engines obviously suffer a lot because they are direct injection, so they get a bit of coke build up. So the likes of Mills's Autos, Lowen, etc., they all offer decoking services. So I want to see what engine power this has got and what it may have lost over stock, which is 172 brake horsepower. Then compare that afterwards. So we've got a few bolt-on performance mods to go on after this dyno run. So we've got Ocado plasma coils, we've got an AEM intake, we've got a Scorpion decap, we've got an AirTech intercooler. So the standard sort of bolt-ons you can get away with without sort of remapping the car. Then I'll bring it back to Wayside Performance afterwards, and then we can see a before and after figure. Now, if the car is down on power, there's a few things I can do. So it's already had an oil change recently. I can change the spark plugs, and I can also get the car decoked. So I'll be booking it in with Mills's Autos anyway, whatever the power figures are, to get the engine decoked, because this, I mean, it's a 2007, so it's pretty old now. So there's a big chance that those inlet valves are now coked up due to the direct injection not sort of cleaning the back of the valves. So let's get it onto the dyno, see what figures we get. I'm not going to do much talking during the dyno run, but we'll keep the cameras rolling and get as much footage as possible. Then I'll talk you through the results. So hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing goes wrong, and we can get at least to around 160, 170 out of it. Okay, so I've just got back from the rolling road, and we've got the numbers are in. So for those of you that guessed earlier on in the video, we actually got a maximum of 160.6 brake horsepower and roughly just about 190, 200 foot-pounds of torque. So what does that mean? So it's a little bit down on where it was brand new. So as you can imagine, there's 77,000 miles I think on this engine now. It's 15 years old. It's going to lose some power over time, so 1 horsepower per year isn't a great loss, and it's actually a little less than that, so I'm not too fussed. 160 horsepower, I mean that one of the runs it come out 155, one I think was 156, 157, then the very final run came out at 160.6. so I'm really pleased with those figures. So what do I think I need to do to get it back to stock power? As I mentioned, get it decoked, get an oil change on it, and spark plugs as well. So get those 3 things done, and I think it'll be pretty much back to the stock power of 172. So we're not a million miles off, we're only 12 horsepower off. Then obviously I want to start bolting on the parts now that I talked about before the dyno run. So they're all in the garage just over there, so ready to go onto the car. So we're going to start with the easy things first, because I don't have my jacks here at the house. So they're although I've got the jacks, I haven't got the pump, so that's in storage at the moment. So I'll hopefully get that in the next week or so, and then I can get the car up in the air, start doing the down pipe, intercooler and a few other things. But for now, I've got some bits that I can do from the top and get those fitted. So keep an eye on the channel. We'll be getting some videos uploaded in terms of not only a how-to video, so step by step on how to fit any of the performance mods that I've listed, but there'll also be sort of a vlog video to go along with it, where I just talk about sort of the benefits of what I'm fitting, etc. So there's lots of videos to come very soon. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so that you can get alerts with the little bell every time we upload new content to the channel. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.